Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect Warden Mode. In the previous episode, that's a bed just lying in the middle of the grass. Anyway, in the previous episode, as you can see, we got a lot of dormitory stuff up and running. Still some changes to be made, I think, but overall it's not too bad. What we need to do in the next couple of episodes is get this place fit for prisoner habitation, because at the moment most of it's just grant worthy. So as in, we've got the canteen done technically, kitchen done, same thing, stuff like that. We also haven't got any patrol set, we haven't got any CCTV or hot water or anything like that. So it's going to be at least a couple of episodes to get that sorted. So let's just crack straight on into it. The first thing I want to do is think about where we're going to put this boiler. I've been thinking, and quite honestly, losing loads of sleep over it. That's not true at all. But I was thinking, where can we shove it? And I think the best place is probably still in this area here. So this is going to be like a boiler room, and I guess we'll just crack on with that. It's just a case of needs and must. You know, this is why I don't bother normally with the temperature and such, just because, well, I always either forget bits of it, or I just can't be bothered with it, quite frankly. But anyway, let's just crack on and get this done. So the reason I'm building more is because we still do have a grant, which is increase our capacity to 100, and if we get that done, then obviously a lot more money, which is why I want to get this done sooner rather than later. Just going to double check the measurements for this. As always, I've made it more difficult by doing something like around like this, rather than having it as just like a big flat bit, and then we could copy it. But no, we're just gonna have to manually mirror the entire thing. Anyway, so we'll go to rooms and then cell. Obviously, designate all of these as cell. Now, because these are going to be graded, we will have to go ahead at some point, not now, at some point, and put different things inside them. For the time being, not going to bother. All we're going to do is have the toilets, and these are going to be on the inside. That's because it well, obviously they're going to be on the inside. Inside of the cell is what I mean. I'm putting these on the inside of this one just because it gives us... actually, where do I want that one? I'll put it there. It gives us better access for detecting people who are trying to escape, because they have to dig right through their own things, that's why. So that's that in there, and then beds will be quite simply at the back. There, damn it. Because there's a lot of traffic here. Hang on. Have I done that wrong? I have done that wrong. Yeah, the places, these are at the top. Nah, they should be the other way around. That's a shame. Okay, so demolish walls. Like that. It's just these ones that are wrong. The other ones are fine. There we go. And like that. Yep. And then we need to dismantle the toilets, and then put the wall in proper good and that, like, you know. Right. Let's go for that one there, that one there, that one there. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, good enough for government work. Okay, so let's go for jail door on all of these. We could just put a... a smaller door on here, but I'm actually going to put a solitary door on. Because quite frankly, if you need access to the boiler room, I'd prefer that. Okay, so there's another grant done, job done. So we've got cell block D, which is raise it to 200. Not going to bother with that one. We're going to go with governmental security ratings. Obviously, we do need to connect up the water to all of these things here, and I think the best way of doing it is just to do that, going around, and that's all fine. This one on the right will have a shower in it, so some of these will have showers, so that's what we'll have in there. But for the time being, as you can see, they just, well, they are what they are. So in terms of radiators, I've been thinking where to place them, and I was going to put them in each individual cell. Still, I don't know if that's a great idea. The thing is that that's a lot of radiators to place, and also, quite honestly, we just don't need to do it. Like, we could have them just on the outside, but it does mean that they're going to have to walk through them, which is why, if this was a bit bigger, or rather shrunk over to the left one, then that would have worked out. So we'd have a walkway, and then we have a bit there. But knowing Prison Architect, they would have just walked through it anyway. So maybe each individual cell is the way to go. So let's... Do you want to do that? We might as well get that done, because then we know that this central cell block is, for the most part... Well, it's habitable. It's not finished, but it's certainly habitable. So let's go with the stuff around here. We'll have a water boiler in... Don't actually need it in there. But we do need it in there. And in there. Okay. Obviously, electrical cable goes straight up to that one. And a large pipe connected up. If you don't, you can connect it with a smaller pipe, but if you do that, then you run the risk of having... You run the risk of having... it not go far enough. So, radiator in each cell. I'll tell you what, it's going to be an absolute nightmare to remember where I've placed these things. I'm going to be checking everywhere pretty much all the time. But that's just one side. So when we connect this up with the hot water pipe, it should just be a loop. The question is... how far does it need to go? That should be fine. Along here. And like that. So yeah, that's hot water. Okay. That is... I hope most of those done. While I'm going to crack on with that, what I need to do is place some metal detectors. A lot of metal detectors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, 15. Technically there when we place that side. Also, we need it in here as well. Oh no, we don't, actually, because it can't be transferred from one side to the other, so that's not too bad. Danger level is increasing with staff morale low. I'm just going to check here. That guy is really annoyed. Bladder, bowels, environment, and warmth. Ah, right, I didn't put a toilet in, did I? That's something I totally forgot about. Right, so... let's go for dismantle, and we'll take that out, and then we'll just put a toilet block in here, and that's a very, very easy thing to do. So we'll just have like toilets in here. So we'll have just like 3 toilets. It's not even we're not gonna have a separate room. It's just gonna be all one like that. If I put a door on it, it means it immediately breaks, which is something I want to obviously avoid. And then obviously the toilets will connect up straight to the sink system as well, because of course that's where it's going to be. So those should be now usable by everybody. I am going to put a light in there as well, because you don't want to, you know, poo in the dark. And that should be that all sorted. So hopefully, yes, straight away they can use the toilet. So it's just environment that they are complaining about now. It's not just that, but 1, 2 more janitors. There we go. So it's environment and warmth. Okay, so we'll deal with that one as well, since we are already on the heating system. Don't know if it's going to reach this far. If not, then we will have to put more boilers, which is something I'm trying to avoid. But we will have a radiator in here and in here. Actually, probably in the corners better. There we go. In the kitchen, normally you don't need to, because it's so warm because of it working. But I think we will place one in anyway. We'll put a radiator like that, which is each one of those. Obviously we do need to have an electrical cable going up to connect that one up there, and then a hot water pipe will go. Well, we need hot water in here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and then come down and then along, and we'll just see. We'll see how far this goes. I have a feeling that it won't reach. Although if we connect it there, it might. Let's just make sure. In fact, what I'll do is I'll cancel that run, because we can connect up there, and technically that's more efficient. There we go. That's a lot of utilities we're going for now. How are we doing in there? It's all dirty. Everything's dirty in there. I just checked deployment. That's fine. Most of this is fine. Might as well change that. Staff only. That's alright. We're going to go up here. We'll see that reception is not staff only, which is fine as well. Those two are definitely going to have to be staff only. That's okay. Temperature's good. In here, as you can see, oh, it's a nice toasty temperature. That's good. That's very well done. Dormitory, forgot to put it in there, so we'll need to sort that out. So, where can these go? Well, if we just have 1, 2, 3, 4, that should be enough. So that was, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was right. Like that. In this central bit here, it's quite cold, but I'm not too worried about that. It's just the main part of the prison that we need to make sure is okay. So we can connect that up like so. That should be fine. And this side will be the same sort of deal. There we go. And we'll see how we get on with that one. Let's just go down and see if this is connected. And it's not flashing red. It's not flashing red. It's fine. It's nice and warm. Excellent. 20 degrees. Toasty. That is obviously really, really warm. It's actually made the outside corridor bit okay. Obviously, this is cold when you come in. That's to be expected. Once we get this in, that'll aggregate out. That's fine. Yep, that's more than acceptable. That's better than many other times, in fact. So that's fine. I'm not worried about that at all. We do, however, want to have probably some. Technically, we don't need radiators in here. We don't need them in the offices, but I'm going to place them anyway, just because it gives it a general warmth around the area, and then it means that if guards are wandering through, they don't complain about the cold. So, for that reason alone, I think it's worth the cost of a couple of radiators. Distance is a problem. It's going to be hit and miss. We'll see. Okay, so obviously we've not graded these central cells here. We don't need to do that just yet. Again, this is just about getting all of the tables and chairs and stuff like that up and running. That's planning. That's not the quick build clone I was looking for. So we'll just start placing all of these in here as well. And the light is getting cloned, but it doesn't matter because it's right over this top anyway, so that's fine. So we're going to have our serving tables in, and we could have one in there. And then, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel these off. I'm going to dismantle that object there, go back for serving tables the right way this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait until that's dismantled. In fact, what we'll do is we'll prioritise that. Get that done, place one in there, and then we'll put a bin in the corner, you see. Like that. Okay. So, there's our canteen done. Kitchen, not sufficient. Okay. I'm worried about the cost of bacon at the moment. No, I'm worried about the. Oh yeah, that's dodgy. Look at the power station already, and this is before we get CCTV monitors, the other kitchen, and other things. Right, we'll have to keep an eye on that one for sure. Okay. Where we at? Deployment, staff only, that room, that's fine. Shower's fine, kitchen and stuff's fine. In terms of temperature, it's in logistics. Temperature is more than acceptable in this place. We'll go up, and that's all fine. Obviously, there will be one freezing cold place. Yeah, the reception is absolutely frozen. There's no way you'd want to be in here. We're pushing our luck with the distance on this one. But we'll do that and we'll see how far we get. Don't think it'll work, but we'll see. Well. It's just there. Yeah, it is just there. Okay, so foundations building brick then. 35 grand remaining. What we'll do is we'll build round here and here. And that is going to be our visitation, the morgue, things like that. We just need to get that up and running. This room, by the way, I forgot to change it. We do actually have a plan with that one, but I'll show you that in a moment. We do need to assign prisoners to the laundry, the kitchen, and cleaning. We don't have most of those, but what I'll do is I'll, as always, cheat a little bit. Not technically cheating, but, you know, it is just a technicality, the best form of correct. What I'll do is have the planning, and I'm going to just remove these walls a second and expand it to there, I believe. Yes, there, because that's going to get deleted. That's going to come up to there. Objects will be fine. That's another 4. That's another 2. Another 2. Morgue slabs, as well as another 2 visitation, because this is going to be parole. So that's why that's like it is. Sorry, this was originally going to be storage, but I think we'll have it as parole, because then we can go straight in there and job done. In terms of storage, currently don't have one. We don't need one. I mean, if I wanted to do storage, I can just put it outside. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter in internal storage. So what we're going to do, we're going to have the... Okay, we might not get away with this. Ah, no, it's fine. I was under the impression, and perhaps I was either making this up or it's been changed. I'm going to err on the side of me in error, because that's always the good default option. And you can now have visitor table and visitor booth, or visitor booth. Whereas previously, I didn't think you could have that. So, at least 3 visitors. Oh, no, it does. Look, at least 3 visitor tables. Damn it, that's a shame. Oh, well. So, I was correct. Which makes a first. Write the date and time down. Yeah, the grant requires visitor tables. The room requires either or, which is understandable. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. So, we're putting parole in because we can. So, in order to get visitor tables... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cheat, as always. Actually, no. Let me get the other grant I was going to do first. So, we're going to have staff door there, which is going to come into the kitchen anyway. So, that's where it was always going to be. So, there's no problem there. We will have this as... We need a cleaning cupboard and we need... Well, we need cleaning cupboard and we need laundry. So, what I'm going to do is have cleaning. That is cleaning cupboard. And then laundry. Oh, which we don't have. So I will unlock prison labour. I thought I'd had that. Okay. We'll unlock bank loan while we're at it. We'll unlock armory while we're at it. Surveillance is already done. Legal prep, small cells. None of that we really need, so that's fine. Okay. So what I'll do is dismantle that cleaning cupboard, because otherwise it's just going to start generating loads of stuff and bring it in, so we don't need that. In terms of danger level, staff morale is high now because we're actually taking care of the needs. As you can see, it's cleaned up a bit as well, so that's very, very good. Excellent, I'm happy with that one. So, I think we will leave it there. Next episode, what I'm going to do is really get this thing completely sorted for prisoners the episode after that. So we need to finish off the visitor area, we need to get a couple of more grants done, get all the security up and running, because this is going to be a secure prison with all of these doors, automatic door openers, all of that sort of thing, all controlled from a central control room, which will be around here. There's many things we still haven't done, but I think what we can do is call it job done for the time being, because most of this should function fine. And then we'll get some amount of prisoners in, say 10 or 20, and then we'll see how we get on. So that's the plan for next episode. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video and indeed the series so far. As always, let me know in the comments if that is not the case, and I will cry myself to sleep at night. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.